3, 2, 1.
No, you don't need to do a clap. I don't know why you
do a clap sync. Do it.
I'm not doing a clap sync.
Okay.
Fine, I'll do a
Thank you.
clap sync. Jesus. You're insane that you want that.
I want it
That
all.
just means that you're gearing up to do video podcasts. I know how you work.
No, because people will realise if we do a video podcast how abhorrently unfunny and unwitty we are. It's not an exaggeration.
Is that the cold open?
Yeah, and I'll keep in the bit where I talk all over you, and people will be like, what? They don't normally do that. Yes, we do, people. That's what I normally get rid of and fake.
Well, look, cool. The thing is, the people want it. The people always get what they want, you know? You know?
They pay for it all. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very fair. Ready?
What about, just quickly, what about if we do a video one?
Interesting. Yeah.
And you know, it goes out to our patrons for let's say $2 a month or whatever, maybe $10 a month, you know, whatever those idiots will pay. And when there's a bit where, you know, normally during our podcasts we sort of we talk about leap stuff, we talk about illegal stuff, and then I very subtly cut it out so they can't tell.
Yeah.
With videos, because the point is that it's unedited, there'll have to be a jump cut. And they'll know that we've said something that we shouldn't have during the jump cuts.
Do you think people know that every single episode we cut at least one joke out?
I normally come to you, don't I? And I'm like, what do you think of this one?
I
don't want to put your words.
Yeah, like, you can't say that. And I'm like, fine. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. There was a joke last week that I'm happy got cut in hindsight.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, true.
I'm not going to say it again.
Yeah, good.
I want to say it again.
That's why you can trust me, mate.
Exactly. You could ruin my career in just a 2-minute 20 Twitter video of the jokes that you've cut from the podcast.
Oh, dear.
Cancel me. Hello there, team. How are you doing? Welcome to episode 46 of the Subpar Poddy scene. My name is Stumpy.
My name is Cole.
Very good. And this is, as we said, the only podcast on the internet called the Subpar Poddy scene. Cool, Cole. We, thank you, are going to be chatting about the Rocket Baguette Summer Grand Prix, because obviously that happened this week. And we're also then going to be talking a little bit about what happened with Farah at the end, because stuff happened. It was an overtime, Game 7 overtime. It was very good. And then we will be chatting all about another weird place to listen from. Ooh, which bit are you most excited about, mate?
The last bit, obviously. I can't wait to decide whether this place that you talk about has got the most shovels per capita in Spain or whatever the hell crazy thing.
Oh, we're going European, are we, this episode?
Maybe. Spain's the first place that came to my mind, probably because of Madrid. But, you know, it could be like the Middle East. Theoretically, could be Japan.
Tell you what, let me have a quick
Where
look.
else could it be?
Do we have
Russia?
Don't just name regions.
No, I'm naming places.
Let me.
Kazakhstan. That's a place.
That is a place. You're very right.
Yes.
I'm going to see if we have literally any listeners in the Middle East. Can I look at a map? Is there a map on here? Cities. Oh, I can't really. Country/territories. What's a Middle Eastern country?
KSA, which is
Saudi Arabia. We have one listener.
Saudi Arabia. Do we really?
Yeah. We have one listener in Saudi Arabia. Hello.
Wow. Hi.
Hi, you alright? How you doing? There's only 4 French listeners, this is only from the last episode. There's only 4 French listeners, which is interesting.
We probably had about 400 French listeners the episode before, and then you said that thing about the French, and they were like, no.
Yeah, but you cut it. It's fine.
No, I didn't.
What?
I leaked it to French Reddit.
No. Shift RL. Cole, shall we chat about the latest Rocket League event that has happened? There is the Rocket Baguette Summer Grand Prix, which Vitality won. Like, end of the day, Vitality won. It was a proper El Clasico tournament in that regard.
Know what that means? Not what El Clasico means. But yeah, I mean, one thing that I said about Vitality whenever I did sort of like pre-hype streams and whenever we did those and then the predictions at the end was that Vitality always find a way. And after Team Liquid beat Vitality 3-0 on the first day, I think it was, that was their sort of final match of the first day, I was still like, Vitality will find a way to win this event. That's a lot of people were probably saying the same thing. And a lot of people and myself were correct because in the grand finals, Oxygen needed a bracket reset, and they got their bracket reset, so fair play to them. They fought valiantly, and it all comes down, of course, to Game 7, and it all comes down, of course, to an overtime. And then what's happened then, mate?
Right, so it was about, I don't know, 15 seconds into the overtime, double commit by Vitality, Ferrer gives it a big old clear. It's going towards an open Vitality net. At that point, unfortunately, he hasn't scored it because it hits the post. And you're like, okay, you know what, fair play. You've just had to clear it quickly because it was a really quick bump and he's wanted to get there, get the shot off. It's then hit the post and the bounce has been inopportune, I'm going to say, for Ferrer because it looks like it's going straight out the post and then it bounces to the right, towards the middle of the net, where about 4 players dive for it and nobody makes any contact whatsoever. And looking at the POV from Ferrer, I felt absolutely horrible. It was so unpredictable, that bounce.
Yeah, what was the word that you used for the bounce earlier on?
Unfortunate for Ferrer. Inopportune?
Inopportune, that was it. I'll go with, I've typed awkward into Google, I'm looking at synonyms. I'm going to go with lumbersome. 'Twas a lumbersome bounce that directed that ball towards the middle when Ferrer, bless him, had already pre-jumped. You can see why as well, because he had 3 Hornets buzzing underneath him that were about to bump him into oblivion. So he basically had to pre-jump it, get the read, and then get the simple roll home. And unfortunately, the ball had other ideas. I think Ferrer forgot that he was playing Heatseeker. was the issue there.
That's the issue there, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people on Reddit saying, well, he shouldn't have pre-jumped. Well, he has to pre-jump because, like you said, he's got 3 Vitality players trying to demo him at that moment. They shouldn't have double committed. I think in that situation, it's better to double commit, if I'm being completely honest. If you can get any body on that ball towards the net, it is better than sitting too far back in that situation. I think it's completely fine because you did have the third man in Oxygen, I can't remember who it was, Shawset, sitting further back. Because I think Shawset sat a bit further back on the initial commit onto the ball to have the shot. And then there was a double commit where both Ferrer and Astral then both turned to challenge, which should never have happened. But how on earth can you even begin to try and coach that moment? You can't. That's all instinct.
It was indeed a crazy moment. And yeah, I think that watching it, the double commit was more painful than the open goal miss. Like, I mean, Oxygen had done that before. It was Astral in the first series. You probably don't remember it, Stumpy, but in the first series against Barcelona, where Astral had a chance to put it away in a Game 5 overtime.
No, I do remember.
Missing. So
it
Oxygen,
was horrible.
Yeah, so Oxygen have Prior, and I guess they were so desperate to think, oh god, not again, here we go, that they end up just chucking it all against the wall. But I mean, the fact that Oxygen made it to this grand finals, we said it in Fusion that at least I wasn't convinced that this one would really work. I saw Ferrer getting too isolated at the back. But actually, Ferrer has just been a monster in attack since Astral joined them. He has scored so many goals. And in this one as well, he was bashing them in left, right, and centre. He was actually unstoppable at times. So it's a shame that... Well, no, it's not a shame. It's not a shame. They came second, and they had a great run, and Vitality won. And that's how I remember this event, because everybody played very well, and it was good to watch.
It was really good to see just like a normal 3v3 tournament back again as well. We spoke about it on our stream, but it was really nice just to watch more 3v3. Obviously, the team that I think I was most disappointed with was Liquid. Ended up losing 3-0 to Oxygen and then losing 3-1 to BDS. It's an inaugural tournament for Liquid underneath that banner, and I think it's a shame, but Liquid have been in and around esports for a very long time. They know these things happen. It's not representative of those players. Hopefully they obviously come back and do a little bit better though, because I am a massive, massive fan with the fact that Liquid are in Rocket League at the moment, obviously, and I'm excited that it was a very big tournament that they entered for, and they're here ready in time for RLCS X as well.
Are you as much of an Unashamed Liquid fan as Danny Boy, the Northern Irish caster, for anybody who doesn't know who he is, who is a firm favourite of Stumpy's and mine and has been for a long time because he says,
"Oh, bacon.
Oh, bacon," when he's casting with bacon. And Stumpy and I fell in love with him when we first noticed that. But actually, he is a hell of a caster. He's exciting. It's the Northern Irish accent, which is not one that I associate with anything.
Talent,
really. Yeah, being good at things, exactly. They're rubbish at football, mate. But it definitely works. It sounds very epic and important. And all the casters did a good job as well. Like, they all have very different qualities, which is what we want to see, different personalities. And I think that it all worked. So, you know, it's definitely 2 thumbs up there. But yeah, the reason I mentioned Danny is because he was an Unashamed Liquid fan, and he sort of had his background because he had a green screen and he had like little Liquid characters popping up. And he plays it also deadpan. One, I'm going to quote it wrong, but one line of Danny's that I really loved, he was talking about, I can't even remember the game. Maybe, let's say, Devo makes a great save, right, in Barcelona versus Oxygen. And Danny is like, Devo, known as one of the best goalkeepers of all time. Of course, he's not the best goalkeeper. I told you I'd mess it up. Right. Devo, one of the best goalkeepers of all time. Of course, he's not the best goalkeeper of all time. That honour goes to the mighty Gibbs. And he just sort of says it so deadpan and then moves on. And it's just like, I wonder how many people picked up on that. It was hilarious.
Like, what? Honestly, yeah. I really like Danny. He's absolutely fantastic. I think it was a really, really good... almost not necessarily an introduction, but sort of more of a cementing these casters in people's minds as what Europe has to offer in terms of casting talent, sort of below your Johnny Boys and your Shoguns and stuff. Where the host, Jar of Jam, a man that I really, really like just as a person and as a caster, he is absolutely fantastic. He hosted the event, and I think he did a fantastic job. Came out with really interesting questions. It's one of those things where I've struggled with when I've hosted a Rocket League event where I'm not there to be the analyst, and you kind of need to get in that position where you know the answer to the question that you're asking, but you want to ask a good question for it. Same as what Johnny Boy was doing to us during the 1v1, like during Salt Mine 2. And Jar of Jam did a really, really good job at that. I think he was fantastic. Every now and then he'd obviously put in his input because he knows his stuff as well, and I always enjoy that as a big discussion. Craftman, as ever, has come on an absolute mile. Crafters is a good friend of ours, and this was the best event I think I've ever heard him cast. He was phenomenal, I feel. He captured the energy of games really well. He went with the roller coaster of games. It was slowing down. He'd get more conversation. It was speeding up. He'd go more highlight reel-esque type casting. He really, really nailed it.
That's the thing that impresses me most about Crafters. So for anyone who doesn't know who he is, at least by name, let me rephrase. I think there's a lot of you who won't know him by name that will recognize him if you saw him, because Crafters is always next to Stumpy and me at the front of EU RLCS's leading chance. He is the big booming Scottish bastard. He's the real sort of he is the real muscle behind all of the chants that we have sort of ever got going on. He is incredible.
Fantastic.
So to hear him actually in front of the camera and performing so well and showing so much improvements is something that I'm immensely proud of. And the thing that stands out most for me from Crafters is the control that he seems to have of the situation. He just seems to know precisely the level to go for. He doesn't constantly boom it, and I think there's more in the tank for him as well. You know, when that big moment happens and he's casting it, oh my goodness, you'll hear a big Scottish boom of an amazing casting. But he's not using it yet, and I'm waiting for that moment. But I think he's saving it for the right
moment.
Exactly.
He's keeping it under wraps for now because he's got a lot in the tank to give, and I think it's fantastic. I'm looking at the Rocket Baguette Summer Grand Prix Wikipedia page. Actually, we have to talk about Lukash as well. They had 5 broadcasts. I didn't even realise. They had English, France, Spanish, German, and Dutch. I didn't even know they had all of them. That's really cool. I like that. Cool. Good for them. Awesome. And yeah, I think in terms of the English stuff, that's the only parts that I watched. That entire broadcast team was absolutely fantastic. I enjoyed every single one of them. Sometimes there are some casters that you might listen to and you think, okay, they kind of fit into a lower level kind of event, and then they'll work their way up to sort of doing bigger events. This was a big event, and these were all fantastic big casters. So all the guys who cast, which was Boyo, Craftman, Danny Boy, Bacon, Juicy, and Jay. Incredible job, really, really good. I absolutely loved it. Hosting, Jar of Jam, and producer, Ben. We like Ben. I always take the piss out of Ben whenever we're doing broadcast when he's in our ear, but I really like him. He's a good lad. So yeah, great job to every single one of them. Should we quickly dive into what Lukash has done as well? Because he is Liquipedia man extraordinaire, and he has recently been picked up by Liquid.
I'm just looking at his Twitter name now, and it's Liquid Lukash. How good does that sound? It's almost a tongue twister. It's a beautiful little bit of alliteration. And this comes off the back of a tweet he made 2 days ago as we record this, which has got 1.6 thousand likes. Goodness me, Lukash.
That's awesome.
Saying, super excited to announce that I've joined Team Liquid as the team manager for its Rocket League side. Incredibly thrilled and thankful to work in this position, helping Cooksir, Fruity, and Speed within their journey in RL esports. Hashtag RLCSX. Hashtag Let's Go Liquid. How sick is that?
He deserves every single bit of love that he has been given, which was a lot on that tweet. Like, he has absolutely nailed it. He has been contributing to Wikipedia for the longest time. He has been a fantastic community person, and I was interested when this was announced, because obviously Wikipedia is owned by Liquid, obviously founded by them as well. Was it something to do with that? And I asked him in our Discord if his role is going to be like the classic manager style thing of like, did you organising scrims and flights and they can happen again, or whether it was more sort of like wiki focused and like maybe he was more sort of content side of things. He said, no, classic manager.
Wow.
He's just going to be going straight into that role. I don't know if he's in managing a team at Liquipedia in that regard, and so he's got management experience, but obviously Liquid are huge. He is a fantastic person. I think this, yet again, is another amazing thing that has come off the back of these community-focused events, right? Where we've spoken about the community guys who have been doing the Grand Prix casting and hosting and production. We've spoken about now Lukash with Liquipedia. He's a massive community person. It shows the depth that we've got. We are not a top-heavy esport. We are very spread out, and I think that's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it seems that we're approaching a point now where there's more and more places at the table, and people who've been working goodness knows how hard for however many years are finding their meal at that table, and it's more than deserved, and Lukash is one of many people who are benefiting from that. So congratulations from subpar to Lukash, because you've worked so diligently, so hard for how long? 5 years? I mean, I don't know if he's been doing it from the start, but if he has, it's been 5 years. If not, it's been many years. And he's got his reward.
Bear in mind that anybody, by the way, out there can contribute to the wiki. They've got a Discord. Have a look out for the Discord for it. If you want to get involved, you do a couple of edits per week. That is going to lighten the load, because Lukash does a huge amount over there. Obviously, a load of the other guys do as well. I've done 2 edits, personally.
Have you?
I've done 2 edits.
I know one. Let me
one
see.
of them
I know one. I know one. It was
okay,
when we did the RLCS LAN #1 viewing party, and the Liquipedia said that some game between, I don't know, Espion and Flipside finished 4-1 in game
Espion's
1.
a person.
Oh, who did he play for again?
Genesis.
Who was Genesis. Between Genesis and Flipside finished 4-1, and actually it was 4-2, and you were very proud of noticing that, and you changed it. Is that why?
No, Lukash changed that.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I didn't know how to. He was in chat and we told him to, because I was like, I don't know how to do this. And then I made an account because I thought I want to help out. I got rid of a rogue tilde.
Did you?
There's like a rogue. It was like after casters, there's just a little tilde. So I was like, make an account, get rid of that bad boy.
Wasn't he going to replace Chronovi? Rogue tilde.
Shut the fuck up. You don't deserve to speak anymore. Mute your channel for the rest of this podcast, please.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. And I edited, I think, on an event that I'd done, my name for some reason was lowercase. I was like, that's weird. So I just changed that. And because you have to like put a little reason as well. So I was like, changed my name to have a capital S and put a little smiley face. And I hope that Lukash saw that.
I thought you'd do like an abusive one. That's not very you. For anyone else, you'd be like, fuck you, give me my capitals.
No, because I know the hard work that goes into it.
Okay.
I don't abuse anybody who does hard work.
You've gone soft on me, mate.
I've not gone soft on you. It's because you don't do hard work. So yeah, basically, really, really amazing stuff over the last 2 months, I think, of Rocket League, because there's been a hell of a lot of Rocket League esports that's come out.
Yeah, so I found a post from a Reddit user named Fool's Love, who, to put this into perspective, discovered that it is a good name. Discovered that 56 of the last 60 days have had high-level Rocket League esports. 56 of 60 days. That's like 95, 96%. That is an incredible amount.
That's insane.
He did an event breakdown per region. North America, this is all in the last 60 days, has had 6 events: Fusion, Codename Covert, the Brawl 10K, the Salt Mine 2, Beyond the Summit, Summer Shuffle, and the Astronaut Star Circuit Season 2 qualifiers. Europe has had 4 events: Fusion Euro Cup 10K, Salt Mine, Rocket Baguette, Summer Grand Prix. Middle East 2 events to kick off Salt Mine 2. Latin America 2 events, LATAM Championship at Salt Mine 2. Oceania 1 event, RLO Grand Slam. And Asia, even Asia has had 1 event in the kickoff, which Stumpy and I hosted. I know, even Asia. Isn't that just incredible?
That's so cool. Like, I wonder how many as well of those days had duplicate events. Because, say there were like an astronaut thing and also a Codename Covert thing on the same day. Like, were there more than 60 broadcasts in those 60 days? That's something that I'd be interested to see. I imagine it was, because I think there were some days where there were doubles.
There were definitely doubles across regions. I don't know if there were doubles within the same region. So, like, NA would have the Brawl going on, and then 5 hours later would have some Astronaut Star Circuit Season 2 qualifiers.
But I guess actually, Codename Covert and I think the Brawl ran at the same time, or Codename Covert and Fusion, or something like that.
I think it was
Codename Covert and Euro Cup happened at the same time. Literally like simultaneous broadcasts of 2 different events, so yeah.
That's right, I remember.
Maybe it would be less than 16, I don't know. But, again, we are praising Psyonix a hell of a lot at the moment because they've done well, but you've got to. You've got to. You can't be negative all the time. Be positive when there's positive things to be positive about. There was also a really, really good comment, but this is so uncharacteristically positive, I feel, by the way, like, from us. I like it. Should we be positive forever?
Nah.
No, that's fair. So, Shice the Wanker posted on the subreddit saying, the esports team, this is a reply, to Fool's Love's post. The esports team put in a lot of work to get these events going, and we're glad you enjoyed them. We appreciate the kind words as well. It's tough to please the subreddit sometimes, but seeing positive posts like these really, really help make even the toughest days a bit easier. Rest assured that we love this community and esport and will continue to dedicate our lives towards making this grow. We know you guys feel the same way, and we really do appreciate the discussion here. I even have some Redditors that I follow pretty consistently. You know who you are, with a smiley face, which, that's nice, that's sweet. Do you reckon you're one of them, Cole?
No, I don't. And also, he's done a space between the colon.
Has he, though?
And the closed parenthesis. I think so.
It is a wide gap, isn't it? At least it's not on a nose. I don't like when there's a little nose in there. Like
a little dash, a little hyphen nose. That is such a 1980s emoticon. Yeah. Like when they were first invented and you had to press 16 keys on a big old keyboard to get it out.
And they were called emoticons. Anybody who is listening to this remember when they were called emoticons? Because they were different to emojis, because they weren't Unicode. Like, they were just on Skype. Or whatever, or MSN or whatever.
MSN is where they were. Because with emoticons, you could also get... like, custom ones. And people would get them so it's like one letter. So you'd have like a T, which was like a glittery T. So someone would say like, hey there. And the E and the HE would be like a bloke, because it's he. So like a bloke like doing a thumbs up. And they go, oops, and then they'd have to remember to do like capital H, lowercase e, because their HE is a bloke doing a thumb up because they added it once.
Oh, God.
They always got in the way.
I remember that, because there was no colon like before, like on Discord, to identify when it was going to be an emote. Oh, and then you'd go to your mate's house and like you'd like type on their like computer to like to somebody else, and they just have the weirdest emoticons that they've put on theirs. Do you remember nudging?
Oh,
you should have hated nudging
me.
Back,
mate. You'd have hated me. There was a website called mess.be, and there's probably about one person listening to this. It's like, oh my God, I remember that. It's probably long dead now. I might have got the name wrong.
That's real. It's still up.
Is it still an MSN thing? Yeah, okay, phew. I said it and I was like, oh God, please tell me I haven't got mixed up with some other dirty website down the years.
There's an advert for 10 animated Obama emoticons.
Wow. Is it still got a yellow background?
Yellow and black.
Yeah, they haven't changed it.
That's interesting. I'll tell you what
R.I.P.
though, look, they're reconstructing the site though.
As of 2013.
Yeah, I think so. This is fun.
Yeah, but it was mess with MSN and Windows Live Messenger, and that basically it was like basic scripts. So I downloaded a script that allowed you to do unlimited nudging.
I had
basically
that as well.
removed. Did you as well? Oh no.
It's because it would always go to like the top window. It'd always bring it to the top, so you'd nudge someone. If anybody doesn't know what we're on about, it was if you're having a chat with somebody. Obviously, there were no like servers or anything. Like, it was just like person-to-person chat. You could nudge them, and it would then bring the MSN window to the front and make that the window that's above everything else. And you could like nudge once every like 30 seconds or something by default. But like I said, you can download a script and you can do it infinitely. And it also makes a really annoying like kind of like sound. So you just be like playing The Sims 1 or Harry Potter Philosopher's Stone or something. And then some dickhead from school would then nudge you, and then suddenly you're focused on MSN.
It was hilarious if it turned off as well, because you could basically spam it so on their computer, and it's just the most annoying thing you can possibly do to someone. And then you say sort of like, "Hey there, how are you?" And like, how is, I don't know, like a guy going, "Huh?" And then it says the letters "how" underneath him. Like, it was proper little GIFs, little letter-sized GIFs that were these things. And there were also dodgy ones. There was like double O's that were boobs and all sorts of silliness that people downloaded and installed. There was just so much shit.
Something that I downloaded, I guess, from mess.b was, do you remember your away status? And if you messaged somebody who was set as away, then a bot would reply from their account saying, "Alex is away right now, whatever, making toast," or something like that, right?
Yeah.
I remember I lived next door to somebody who's now my best friend, and we're always really good friends, and she was like trying to get a hold of me, and so we messaged an MSN Messenger, and I replied pretending to be that like auto reply box. I didn't want to talk to her, but I made a spelling mistake.
Oh no.
So she sent a message, and I said, "Alex is away right now. Talking whatever, like 15 minutes when he's back." But I spelled minutes wrong. She replied saying, "Alex, is that you?" And I remember, just appear offline. Just go offline. Don't deal with this. And she still
Did you not like
piss at me.
respond saying, "No, it isn't me. I'm away making toast. I really need some frickin' toast right now. Please leave me
I
alone.
need some toast. Get off my fucking back."
I just need some marmalade."
Oh god, honestly, MSN Messenger was so funny. I remember I used to put in my like status for MSN, I used to put it's gonna make me cringe horribly when I say it. I used to put whoever I fancied at the time.
What, you actually just put the names?
I literally
like, you didn't even do like "I fancy question mark love heart."
No, I remember one specifically was a fake name, Karen, right? I literally put I literally put fancies Karen and question mark.
Oh, you put two.
For some reason, firstly, why would I say two people? Because that just even if I then end up with one of them. It's just the weirdest thing to do. And also, why is only one of them secret?
You were a modern man, mate. Maybe you sort of fancied your chances of having some sort of thruple situation in like year 9 or whatever.
It must have been year 7. I reckon I stopped using it. We spoke about this the other day. I think I stopped using it around 2008, 2009, I reckon.
I was 2012 at least, because I remember still having it in my second year of uni because they linked it to Facebook Messenger.
That's
so basically, instead of going to facebook.com, you just log into Windows Live Messenger, as they renamed it to, and then it would sync with your Facebook chats. So I was always available, baby. Not that anybody cared.
Nice.
But I was there. Always.
Honestly,
waiting.
I wish. Is there any way? Because I'm looking at this website now. Every single place that's saying you can download MSN Messenger is a scam. Is there any place that we can just look at what MSN Messenger used to look like? and like go around on it or whatever. Like, do I still have my login, like that kind of thing, or are all logins dead as well?
Probably long since dead. There was another feature that they introduced where you could have a custom login sound. So normally when somebody logged into MSN, if you hadn't turned the sounds off, you'd hear like a little ba-ding or something like that. I can't remember. I'd recognize it if I heard it, but there was some default noise there was a little toast notification in the bottom right. Every time anyone logged on, of the hundreds of people that everyone had added, there would always be a little notification in the top right saying "Ba-ding" has just logged on, which is annoying enough in its own right. But yeah, they added a feature where you could change it, so you could change it to like sparkle sound, like or a spaceship noise. I could change it so everybody else had a spaceship noise when I logged in. But they also, I think this was via mess.be, but maybe this was an official feature they decided to add. They also made it so you could add custom ones. So I got like a 5-second clip of the chorus of a song that I liked, and I made that my custom.
Do you remember the song?
Sound. I do actually. Yeah, it was one that was that went viral on the internet. It was called "She's Nuts" by Wild Bunch, which was done by some YouTuber that may or may not still be big. I'm not sure.
She's Nuts, Wild Bunch. 10 years ago.
Yeah. So the guy,
it's only got 2.3k views.
Oh, that wouldn't be the original then. No, it was. I think the person who uploaded it, the guy's face that you see in the thumbnail, he did some sort of videos that went viral in 2010. It was like muffins. There's a video that was like, "Want to eat some muffins?" And they were like glass flavor, and sort of the flavors get more and more ridiculous. Oh, what the fuck? Muffins viral video. This is before your time, mate. There it is. Yeah, muffins, YouTube.
I was going to search muffins.
25 million views.
Oh my god.
Liam Kyle Sullivan. There we go.
Okay, I'm looking. Oh wait, for some reason it's got a COVID relief advert on the side of mine.
Me too. That's made $7,000. Is that through this video?
Oh yeah. This is a fundraiser apparently.
Wow, well done, Liam Kyle Sullivan.
Charlie the Unicorn is 12 years old.
Yeah, it was that sort of era. And this guy, Liam Kyle Sullivan, he made the music video for "She's Nuts" by Wild Bunch, spelt WYLDE BUNCH. And
do you remember which part it was that you?
It was the chorus. I can sing it for you if you want.
Well, just tell me the timestamp and I'll go there. Really.
Oh, I don't know the fucking timestamp. It's just the chorus. Just
give me a timestamp. Wait. They're drinking wine in the park, and she just threw some wine.
Oh, skip to the music.
Okay. God, this song is terrible.
It's a really good song. Go to 209. Go to 209.
Okay, all right. So every time, tell you what, can you splice this in? I don't know. Is that allowed?
Yeah, screw it. I'll find a way. Yeah,
5 seconds you can do it. So when Cole logged into MSN Messenger, no, you're sitting there playing Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. If you can't tell, I played that a lot as a kid. And this played.
My girl is nuts, but that's alright, 'cause she's crazy about me.
Oh wow! So
and you can
talking
stop
about
it.
his girl being nuts. But did you always hope that was your girl?
No. It's just, I didn't really take the meaning of it too literally, but it's just a fun little video made by Liam Kyle Sullivan. And what I'll do as well is we queued that one up, which I don't feel fully replicates the true MSN 2010. Like you and you said this is what it sounded like, which isn't really the true experience. So what I'll do is at some point in the rest of this podcast, I'll suddenly interject with, "My girl is nuts, but that's alright, 'cause she's crazy about me." And then we'll just carry on. We won't even know when.
I will have no idea where that ends up going. That's okay. Oh my god. The thing is, like, I can't think of what immediately replaced MSN Messenger for me. I guess it was just having a phone and then texting at that point.
Facebook. Surely it was Facebook straight after.
But I remember because I've had Facebook for, can you see when you first got it? I must have had it like 12 years ago or something. Like, I've had Facebook for a very long time. And I'm intrigued to see whether, because I remember thinking originally, my dad said he had Facebook, he had it before me. I remember him saying that he's got it, and I thought, that's an old person thing.
Oh, even before it was popular with art. So for you, it started old, then went down, and now it's old again.
Yeah. It's gone all the way. So he got it in. Can I see? I'm sort of looking at everything. Oh, wow.
It should
Wow. I've just seen on his thing, on his profile, you know how you have like weird things like favourite quotes or whatever?
Yeah.
It says favourite quotes, all lowercase, awesome, 5 exclamation marks, brackets, thanks, Alex. 2 exclamation marks, close bracket. I imagine I changed that for him, like when he got his Facebook.
Oh, I see. You were the young kid that sort of helped him figure everything out.
Maybe. I can't see when he got it. Can I see when I got it? Is that a thing you can do on about? It's got a mobile number on here. I don't want anyone to see my mobile number. Jesus.
Does it have your mobile number on your Facebook?
Yeah, but mine's like private as fuck.
That's
I've got a favourite quote on mine as well.
Do you?
It's not even that funny. It's kind of weird, really. Do you know my favourite quote on Facebook that I must have set up when I was 12 years ago from now, and I was like 13 or something.
Go on,
12,
tell me.
I guess.
Is it a song?
It's not a song. It's not a song. I think it might have meant to be. I was obviously a comedic genius. This is, by the way, a fully public quote to the world. It's not locked down for friends only. Quote, "Don't make me get the police involved again." End quote. Dash, the kind lady from across the road. So I guess I was trying to like write a little joke in my favourite quotes section. Do you remember when also on Facebook you'd like invite your friends to be like your family members?
I know it was a thing. I think that by the time I got Facebook, that had sort of died out, where it was like sister and mum and stuff like that.
Yeah. Because that
Sadly
fucks
not.
up everybody's Facebook pages.
I think that my family are my actual family on Facebook.
Yeah,
As far as
I've
I
only got
know.
my dad and my girlfriend.
You're literally your only friends. You haven't got anybody else.
I've really tried. I've really tried.
I've got my mum and my sister, and then my girlfriend since 2017. Aww,
Oh, that's kind of sweet.
that
I
is
can't,
kinda
like-
sweet.
How do I see you when I joined? I can't... More? Oh my god. I honestly, whenever I go on Facebook now, I feel so old. I can't figure it out.
There's too many
join.
too many columns, too many icons that all
There
take
are.
you to some weird type of Facebooky world that nobody wants. Although what I will say actually is that for whatever reason, I've just started scrolling through Facebook a little bit more, just mind-numbingly. Like, oh, Reddit's boring, I'll go on Facebook. Literally not even taking anything in.
Yeah.
But I guess because they're trying to compete with YouTube, a lot of good YouTubers have moved to Facebook. So I'm scrolling down, and suddenly I find myself watching a video from like a magician, and he's reviewing a bunch of other magicians' tricks, and they've all got subtitles as well, so you don't have to have sound on. And I'll just be sat there
that's
watching,
cool.
and the same guy, he does like puzzles. So we did this puzzle that was like you had to make a peg hop over another peg, and can he figure it out? And I'm like, go on, son, I believe in you. Then he's trying to open a box that you have to do 15 different things to do. So that's pretty cool. And then also, did you ever hear of Rhett and Link, the YouTubers?
Yeah. Good Mythical Morning. They do that, don't they? That's their thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's the one where they're in a big room and they're just trying stuff.
Yeah,
They're,
yeah.
rating. So I saw one this morning on Facebook with subtitles. I didn't have sound on them. I was still asleep. And they were reviewing and rating some TikTok recipes. So obviously they're like 40-year-old blokes at this point. They're not saying, hey, we're cool. They're just trying what the kids are into. And they had there's this thing on TikTok called pancake cereal, where it's basically a load of little mini circular. No, it's nice. It's like a load of little mini pancakes, like little drop scones, tiny ones. You put them in a bowl, then you just put syrup on it. And it basically... And they loved it. They said that was basically the pancake experience times 11. Their least favourite one was melted Starburst on popcorn. They hated that. They were moaning about how that ruined
terrible.
the popcorn. Yeah, and then they had a bunch of crazy things, and they had
That
sort of
sounds
like
fun,
a plinth behind them with 1 to 5, and they try the first one and go, oh, I reckon that will be 2 or 3. Then they try the second one, like, oh, that's way at the end, and then eventually they'd have their order. And it was just fun to watch. It's fun to watch these older blokes just figuring out what the kids are into.
I'm looking at pancake cereal. It looks aesthetically pleasing.
I bet.
But my God, like, this person is absolutely drenching this in syrup.
Is that a bit much?
Good God. That's fun. Oh, that's nice. I was thinking when I first joined Facebook, it was February 2008. So that would have been when I turned 13. So I stuck with the rules. Your boy was safe. I was
Oh, I
safe on the
see.
internet. I was allowed. That's okay. God, 2008. Jeez. Yes, that was when I was in. That was when I was in year 7.
I was 15. I'd have been year 9. You probably seemed older than me, even though you were 2 years younger. I reckon.
I don't know. I
reckon
looked
year
quite
7.
young for a long time.
No, but you've seen
Yeah,
pictures of me in like year 9, right?
TRL Cole is. I honestly thought you were 11.
And I think that is year 9.
Year 15.
Yeah.
I
about that,
think.
maybe 14,
I
15.
think that you would have still looked older than me when I was 13. I think you look older than me when I was 13. I really do. I'm telling you.
I would say let's put it to the let's do like a poll, but that might get a bit weird. So let's.
That will probably get weird, but that's okay.
get
That's
weird
fine.
quick.
Yeah. We have got to end this episode a fun game, Cool Cole.
Can I just say as well? Do you reckon people have noticed that there hasn't been sort of much news? There was a tournament, and that was about it. Just in case everyone's.
I read a Reddit comment.
That's true. Lovely Reddit comment. That's got 88 points one day ago.
Really good. Really, really good. Go and
Yeah.
vote that. But Cole, we have got, to finish this episode, a little section I like to call, it's a weird place to listen from.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, pretty odd. And the one this week, so this is from last episode, I look at the statistics and I find a place that's not had many listens and I want to sort of shine a light on them, and I then get Cole to guess which of the 3 facts I tell him are true and which one is a lie. So Cole, our place that we've got this week, after looking at episode 45 statistics, is Roon in Holland.
Oon.
Yeah, it's our first European place. There were 5 listeners from the sleepy Dutch village of Roon. Established in 1199, Roon is incredibly prone to flooding.
Nice.
Like, really prone to flooding. Like, they say, don't move here. And it's been barricaded beyond belief. I was looking at their wiki page. Most of it is about flood protection.
Do they have those floating homes? I saw a picture on Reddit of like homes that literally went up and down with the tide, which I believe were in Holland, maybe Amsterdam.
Oh.
So maybe they should consider those. I'm not saying that I should be the mayor of Roon, but if I was, that'd be the first thing I'd add.
Maybe. And Cole, I've got 3 facts here for you. Wink. One of them is a lie. Okay. Are you ready to try and figure out which one is the lie?
Yeah. Did I get it last week? I think I got it wrong last week.
I think you fluffed it last week. Yeah.
Okay, but I did beat.
I can't wait to have a guest on so we can test them as well with these ones, because Metsanora ended up beating you, didn't he?
No, he didn't. I beat him. He went against me and he lost.
Well, history will decide. Cole, your first fact of 3 is Roon has a direct train link to Rotterdam, and the journey takes just over 10 minutes.
Can I just ask, have you slightly fluffed an actual fact with this one?
I have
or
not.
Or is it brand new? This is whatever you've done is brand new.
Correct.
From the brain of Goblin. Okay, I prefer those.
Yeah. From the brain of Goblin. Okay, so the first one is, tell me what you think about it. Roon has a direct train link to Rotterdam, and the journey takes just over 10 minutes.
Seems realistic. I mean, Holland, what's it called? The Netherlands. The Netherlands is pretty small, so it's realistic that any one place will be close to a place that I've heard of.
Very fair. Roon features a small fishing port where the village receives 14% of their reported income.
Okay, lots of water, we know that much. So the fact that there's fish makes sense. You know, when there's water, grab a rod. That's what I've always said.
Just whack, honestly, mate. Just whack a net on the main road, and you'll get something.
Can you just leave a net alone for once?
Put her in the middle, and a big old fucking mouth will catch him. Okay, Carl. The final one is on the TripAdvisor page for things to do in Roon. There are only 2 options.
That's the one that I laughed at a little while ago. If anybody is wondering why I suddenly went, that's the one that I saw. The TripAdvisor page for things to do in Roon, there are only 2 options. Okay, I'm just trying to think of what they could be. I'm guessing one of them is food. Go and eat the famous Roonian chicken and chips. Not fish and chips, ironically. It's chicken and chips there because they have they're very fond of their poultry. And the second thing to do in Rouen is to take a direct train to Rotterdam, which takes only 10 minutes.
So the other thing to do in Rouen is go to somewhere else.
Yeah, I think so. Right, have I got to figure it out?
Yeah. So what are you thinking? Which one seems like the lie? I say chat. Listeners, I also want you guys to guess and let us know what you guessed, because these obviously will be posted on YouTube as well on our second channel. If you guys want to subscribe to that, it's featured on the sidebar of the main subpar BNHD channel. So a little look on there. Give us a comment.
Okay, so just in case anybody missed it, the three are: Rouen has a direct train link to Rotterdam, and the journey takes just over 10 minutes.
Very good.
Rouen features a small fishing port where the village receives 14% of their income. And on the TripAdvisor page for things to do in Rouen, there are only 2 options. Now, the third one is funniest. I think that's too funny to be made up, and if you have made it up, then fair play, and I will respect you for it. But for that reason, the logic reason, it's going in my head, not my heart, I'm going to strike out the TripAdvisor page for things to do in Rouen, only having 2 options, which leaves me with a direct train link to Rotterdam.
Is that because you kind of want it to be true as well? You kind of want there to only be 2 options?
Yes, absolutely true. But I think that, like, bed and breakfast, train elsewhere, food is already 3, and I think that does count. You know, if you're in a small village and it's near a city, that is something that you'd celebrate. The direct train link to Rotterdam, the journey taking just over 10 minutes, that is sort of it's plausible, and it's also quite boring. It's not the most interesting fact, so I reckon you started me off with one that's sort of quite vanilla and plain,
pretty standard.
I
will just remind you that the Wikipedia page was not very helpful. It was mostly about flood defense.
I think that you've taken the flood thing and you've gone for it with Rouen features a small fishing port where the village receives 14% of their income. That's
your lie.
Bet for what you think is a lie. That's what I think that you've said to lie to me. Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a chance to stick or twist here, Coco.
You got to give me something. You got to give me something before I stick or twist. Otherwise, I just wouldn't.
Okay, double a well done, Coco, or twist.
No, but like, surely if you're gonna do stick or twist, you get rid of one. You're just asking if I stick with. Yeah, I stick. That's why I said it.
Okay. Right. I'll get rid of. I'll tell you actually that one of the true ones is Rouen has a direct train link to Rotterdam, and the journey takes just over 10 minutes. So that is correct. That is true. The walk to the train station is about 10 minutes as well. But the actual journey itself is only 10 minutes. I think it was like 11 minutes. But then one of them said it would take like an hour, and I thought, weird.
American tourists.
Yeah, that's fair. So Cole, do you want to stick or twist on Rouen features small fishing port where the village receives 14% of their income, or would you like to move over to on the TripAdvisor page for things to do in Rouen? There are only 2 options.
I mean, I think I actually spoke wrongly when I said there would be at least 3 options. That makes it seem like that one's a lie. But I'm gonna trust my instincts anyway and go with what I said before, which is that the lie is Rouen featuring a small fishing port that the village uses to receive 14% of their income. That's my lie still.
I can tell you, Cole, that the next truth is...
My girl is nuts, but that's alright, 'cause she's crazy about me.
Rouen, on TripAdvisor, has only 2 things to do. And the lie was Rouen features a small fishing port, which it does feature a small fishing port, but there was no report of their income. So that could be...
It could be the truth.
It could be the truth by me just picking a number out of my arsehole.
We've got a 1 in 100 chance.
Would you like the... would you like to know the 2 things to do in Rouen?
I think that they are... I genuinely think they are get food and go to Rotterdam.
So I'll tell you that there are 3 categories of things of like it describes it as essential place now. So essential Rouen. Go play, go rest, and go eat. So eat doesn't come into it, neither does go rest. That's hotels and stuff and restaurants. So the things to do, number 1 is a garden.
Do a garden?
Yeah, go to a garden.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
like
it's number 1 of
flowery...
2 things to do in Rouen. Yeah. It just looks like it looks a bit shit. I'm going to be honest, it looks shit. The other one is house, really. It says it's a castle, but it's not. It's got...
Is it a windmill, mate? Because I assume that every building in the Netherlands is a windmill.
Let me send you this screenshot. There you are. That's what it's saying is a castle.
Piss off!
It's just a
Rune.
house. It's
Let's
a
see
big
the
house
reviews.
with a spire thing.
Somebody said, nice castle area. It's located just next to the village church. You can park the car at the churchyard. It is a boo. That's all I see. I presume it says beautiful, but that's definitely not a
Beautiful
castle. The
white
second review-
building. There is also a restaurant.
Second review says, great for a walk. Rouen Castle is pretty well known in the Rotterdam area. The present day structure dates from the 1600s. Wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
That is the peak of...
So yeah, there are two things to do in
1500.
Rouen. And both of them are fucking shit.
It's not a
If
castle.
anybody's got a picture of them, because so far whenever I've mentioned a place, somebody has then sent a picture saying, "Oh, I'm from near there," or like Norwood, Ohio. That guy was like 5 minutes away, which blew my mind, and had an Apple Watch. If you've got a picture of you by the castle garden in Rouen, then tweet that at us because I need to see that. And give us a review, let us know what it's like.
I want to see a picture of somebody at that castle holding a phone playing our podcast or
that'd
something.
be good.
Just to sort of make it real for the Roonians, because they need that. They haven't
They
got
need
much.
something. Yeah.
Yeah,
They don't even have their fishing income, bless them.
I know.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for listening to episode 46 of the Subpar Poddy C. There wasn't much Rocket League, but we did have fun, didn't we, Cool Cole?
I don't know how we stretched this to 15 minutes. If anyone complains that this one is under an hour, they can piss off, because like what you know what I mean? Like
What
what
do you
else could we
mean?
have stretched?
What do you mean?
What do I mean?
I had a really good time.
No, I hated it. No, it was lovely. It's
You
been a pleasure.
hated
It's been. I didn't hate it. I'm joking. I'm being mean for comic effect. Don't be No, don't do
That's
that.
not your thing. That's my
I can't
thing.
handle that. No, I know.
I don't like it
don't
when
know
it
why I
turns
did
around.
that. Me neither. Let's never do it again. I'm sorry.
Okay, I don't accept that apology.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, team, for listening. Remember, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can listen to every single one of these podcasts. And you can also, if you're on iTunes, give it a rate. Ratings really help. It'd be very appreciated. Drop it a rate, drop it a comment. That'd be very nice of you. And if you would like to support the podcast, make sure that you go to patreon.com/subparbitnhd so we can personally tell you to fuck off.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. See you in a bit.
My girl is nuts, but that's